Hey everyone, welcome to my garden. My name is Bridget and today I want to talk to you guys about growing collards in pots. These are my collards right here. These are Georgia collards. Now, I got these from one of the big box stores. I can't remember if it was Lowe's or Home Depot, but they were the Bonnie Plants ones. I think you can see the little tag there. Anyhow, I got them as starts. I don't normally buy starts. They came in a little tray like this guy here. 6 plants. It was kind of an impulse buy, but I'm glad I did it because these are growing wonderfully. I've never grown collards before. So anyhow, I got them, like I said, in this little guy here, 6 little plants when I brought them home. If you guys do this too and you get them as starts, when you bring them home you want to acclimate them to their area. So I left them in their little starter pot there for about 2.5 weeks, and I think I waited till they were around I think 6 or 7 inches tall, and then I decided to split them up and put them each in their individual pot. Now, I can't remember what size pots these are. Here's my hand. They're not actually that big. I want to say they're 2.5 gallons. In hindsight, I wish I would have done them in a lot bigger pots. But these were the pots I had on hand, and they were kind of an experiment for me because I have never grown collards before. But anyhow, once you get them acclimated, you split them up into their each individual pot, and you want to make sure you use a potting soil. Now, as you can see, this here has some perlite in it. I don't use a specific brand potting soil. I just use an organic potting soil, and I usually throw in more perlite. And perlite is this stuff here. Anyhow, that's for draining and making sure your potted plants don't sit in too much muddy soil. I usually throw in more perlite just because we are in, I'm in Central Florida in Zone 9A, and we get a lot of rain, and these guys don't like to be too soggy. So Georgia collards grow particularly well in my area. They're supposed to grow all year, just about, but I can't speak to that as this is my first time growing them. But they're doing fantastic. And now, let's see, what is the biggest leaf I have here? This guy here is probably the biggest leaf so far. These guys get really big if you pot them into, or not pot them, but plant them into the ground. But I want to keep them on the fairly small side because I like to harvest the leaves when they are kind of small. So I don't like them to get really bigger than this. Now, when you harvest your collards, you want to, well, what I do anyhow is I don't let them grow huge. I've been cutting just the outside. You can see there's cutting. You want to take the, if you're going to use the cut, it's called the cut and grow again method. I don't know if that's the proper terminology or not. That's just what I call it. But you want to just take a few leaves, outer leaves, bottom outer leaves from each plant and harvest them that way. You never, ever, ever want to cut the center leaves off. Let's see. You can see these center guys. If you do that, you're gonna either kill your plant entirely or you're gonna stunt the growth, and you don't want that. So you can absolutely keep these in pots. They are growing so good. I've had almost no problems with pests. I've had a couple of the little green caterpillar wormy things, but nothing huge, nothing major. And these just are beautiful. They like more sun. These get roughly 5 hours of sun where I have them. They prefer a little bit more, but like I said, they're doing really well. I've not had any real issues with any health problems. They're pretty healthy. As you can see, the leaves really aren't chewed up by anything. Let me see if I have one that is, so you can see what I'm talking about. There was a little green wormy guy, and now I don't even see it because I might have already cut it off. But man, they produce really well, and they take heat and cold very well, so that's something to think about if you are thinking about growing collards. Let's see, what else can I tell you about it? I don't want to leave anything out. You don't want to overwater them. And now, here's what I did want to mention. I have just 6 plants here. We have a family of 5 here. This is nowhere near enough plants if you wanted to make like a southern collard green side dish. I kind of use these more as a filler, and kind of like to use them in smoothies and or saute them up with some other veggies. If you want to have enough for each person in your family, I think you really kind of want at least 3 plants a person. I think that will probably do really well. But so far so good with these guys. I highly, highly recommend, especially if you are a new gardener. I'm fairly new to gardening. You know, I'm not an exact beginner, but I am absolutely still learning, and I have never ever ever grown collards, and I think this experience has been so pleasant for me, and they have been so easy to take care of that I'm going to continue to grow these guys. I think they're fantastic. I think you guys should give them a go too. Super easy, super fun, and really, really yummy. Well, of course, if you like greens anyway. I hope this video was helpful to at least a few of you. If you have any tips or tricks on growing collards, please do me a favor and just leave a comment down below. I'm here to learn as much as I am to share what I have learned, and I hope yeah, that this helps you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Until next video, I hope you enjoy your day. Bye.